good.
The drive?
It was cool. It wasn't really that bad.
Where are you coming from? Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, it's not that bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. Plus, I got carpool, so.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You have money. Yeah. Are they going to change that law?
I don't know.
Or are they going to keep it?
I hope they don't change it. I think it's fine as it is. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with it because...
No. It's beneficial. I don't know where I heard... I feel too high. That they were going to, like, change it soon.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I hope so.
Who was sitting in this seat?
Me.
Oh my god.
Great, now I have to adjust the cameras.
Oh, do you? Stop, I'm sorry.
Great.
Well, fuck.
Nah, fuck it.
Fuck
Yeah,
it.
fuck
It is
it.
what it is. Now,
Is
how
what
do
it
we
is.
know? You can't see?
Let's see. I'm gonna try to eyeball it.
Okay.
I'm gonna eyeball it a little bit.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think we are.
I didn't move it that much.
Nah.
But why do you sit so high? Why did you sit so high here? Or it's just I'm like chola, huh?
Yeah, that's it. What do you feel like eating?
I don't know. I honestly was gonna ask you that. I don't know if like you did your homework and you picked a spot, or I should like.
So, one or two places I thought was kind of cool to go is one In-N-Out or
Okay.
Chick-fil-A.
I'm always down for either. I think we should do. Are you recording already?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Okay. I think we should do like rock, paper, scissors. Who do you want to be? Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A.
Or, okay, I'm In-N-Out.
All right.
It's rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right, here we go.
Wait,
That's it. The 3 out of 3.
Che su madre.
right.
2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay.
Okay, this is it.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Chick-fil-A. All right, there we go.
Whatever.
Let's see. What?
It's a nice car.
Thank you.
Me gusta.
Thank you so much.
How do you like driving it?
I love it. It's really comfortable. From coming from like a Honda.
Mm-hmm. What Honda did you have? I'm like a Honda lover.
Oh yeah.
Like they're like reliable.
Yeah, Hondas are the best because they are very reliable. That's the thing. Very, very reliable.
I'm gonna try not to move.
So, no chingas. There you go. Yeah, because I'm recording and I have the airplane mode. So.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, which means that the car runs on Bluetooth. So if my phone is not on, it's not communicating with the car, so I can't drive the car. So I have to put the little stupid chingadera card on right here so I can drive.
Yeah, that sounds really complicated.
It is.
I just, put the car in and the key in, let's go. Also, you're going the wrong way for Chick-fil-A. So right now you're going to go that way.
So I have to go that way?
Yeah. So ahorita te metes aquí y te das la vuelta.
Okay. All right.
Well, Busta, do we still use that? Oh, because you're going to the one in Citrus.
Okay, you know
We'll go
what?
to the other side.
Which one's further out?
That one over there.
Back there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go that one then. Here, I'll flip a bitch.
Are we allowed to curse?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. First of all, thank you for doing this.
Oh no, thank you. I'm always down for free food.
You know?
You just said free food. I'm like, I'm there.
Yes.
Cameras are just a bonus. But free food, absolutely.
Yeah, no, it was one of those things where I was like trying to determine like what I wanted to talk about, because like I interviewed Lupita Infante, which she was the first person I interviewed.
How'd that go?
Great. She was the one that kind of gave me the idea to do the podcast.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, she was. She told me that you should do a podcast, and I want to do one with you. And she just was. I told her, hey, you're gonna be the first person that will be my guest. And we did the interview. Was it a couple weeks before the Grammys? And
where'd you guys go?
We went to a place to go get pancakes because we went there first thing in the morning. So yeah, it was cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So we just kind of talked about music, what how the music is changing and everything. But I mean, along the side or along with that, I also want to talk to you about radio because that's also changing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, before we start talking about it, I think it's a real you have to show your badge of honor to radio people when they ask you how many times have you got let go from a radio station.
Oh my God, my eyes are getting watery right now because we just had a very big loss in the radio industry. And so it's kind of like what you signed up for. It goes hand in hand. When you're in the entertainment business, you know what you're getting into. Sometimes you're not the flavor of the year, of the week. I always say I should have been a teacher because teachers hardly ever get let go, or a doctor. No one ever says, I don't need you anymore. Thank you for your services. I mean, they do, but it's not like us as cutthroat in the business, in the entertainment industry. And it's just as easy as, you're not what we want anymore. We want a guy now to talk from 3 to 7. Or we don't want you anymore. We have a younger girl who's more hip. Or we have a girl who I know personally and I'm going to bring in. So there really never has to be a reason why you're getting let go or fired. It's just, it's one person's decision and then that's it. So, you sign up for that. And I feel like I've been very blessed in my radio career because I've never been let go.
Oh, okay, all right.
I have been moved, but I've never been let go. My body count's so low in the radio world. Like, I started with one company and I had 3 different shifts within that company. And then when I decided it was time to move on, I put in my 2-week notice. I decided to move out of that company. And then by the grace of God and the universe, I got called to be at where I'm at now, Morello, which is Power 106, Cali, K-Day, KLOS. And I was doing Power for about 2.5 years, I think. 2 years.
Wow.
And then that show wasn't working anymore. So what they did was...
That was with Nick Cannon?
Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
I was doing the morning show with Nick Cannon, Teddy Mora, another very talented radio host. And so, I was surrounded by, like, great people and just in a different atmosphere than I was at the other taqueria that I had started at. I started in regional. I started doing all Spanish radio, and then to be at Power was a big change for me. It was really exciting. I was working by Nick Cannon, so it was great. But then I went on vacation and they called and they said, hey, this morning show's not working anymore. We're not doing this. Do you want to take over 3 to 7 on Cali? And it was...
you're lucky they actually gave you a spot.
Yeah.
That's almost kind of unheard of. Or in a way, it's like, you leave from a morning show to give you another shift.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just wipe everybody out.
Right.
Wait a couple months, almost 6 months to a year, then they'll bring you back and put you in a different time slot.
All they did was just, it's not working here, we'll put you there. And so I was very blessed. And I've only worked at 2 companies. I've never got fired. But I have been told no many times. Like, I don't want that to seem like, oh, she doesn't know. I've been told a million times no. I started from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. when my radio career, doing the overnight shift. So I remember going in and being like, I'm ready, coach, put me in for this shift that became available from 10 to 3. And they were like, nope. And I left, and then I came back. I'm ready for this 3 to 7. And they would have me cover, which was the hardest part for me. They would have me cover for 4 months, for 3 months, till they found the perfect host, and then they'd send me back to overnights. And then a new host would come in, and that, I remember, was like the hardest for me, because it's like you feel like you're not good enough. No, I'm lying, the next one. Like, I'm not good enough, good enough. And I remember PD saying, this whole you're trying to be funny thing, it's just not for you. Like, stop trying to be funny because you're not funny.
Yeah.
What else? Like, you're just, you're too much. How can you sound a little bit more intelligent? Like, just things like that. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, what am I doing? Is this the right, choice for me? And just by the grace of God, honestly, everything's just kind of, I mean, I've worked hard and I've like stuck to it, and I make plans and I know the things that I want, but I know that none of it would be possible without God just opening up the right doors and bringing the right people in my life, and me being open to like opportunities and stuff like that. But yeah, radio's definitely changing. And this, again, I just said we lost someone that was monumental for me growing up in radio. And when I talked to him, I said to him, Friday it was her, yesterday it was you, and tomorrow it'll be me. And so I feel like I live by that, where it's like I don't take it personal. I'm aware that this is a platform that it's borrowed for me. Me lo están prestando, and I'm very grateful for it every day. And the day that they decide to say, hey, thank you so much for your service, bye-bye, which I feel like is everywhere. You can work for a company for 30 years and then they're going to fire you anyway.
I mean, I remember when Kevin and Bean, when they got let go, I remember Kevin he says, would you believe that they brought in security to escort me out of the studio, the office, thinking that I was going to break stuff or whatever. It's like he was been doing radio for 20 something years. But
I'll stop you there, because those are, that. Everybody who's watching, if you don't know that, then it's because you're not in the radio industry. But first things first, when you walk out of that TV station and they're like, hey, you're not doing this TV show anymore, you're not doing this podcast anymore, they escort you out, because you can easily lose your shit. Even if you've been there for 20 years, you're so hurt that you can say something, you can tarnish the brand, do you know what I mean? And so as a boss, I understand that. Yep. Like if I'm firing someone from my company, yes, absolutely, we're escorting you out. We're saying thank you so much. And I get it. Your ego is hurt. But sometimes we forget. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, he was there for so long and they're legends. But let's not forget, this isn't your building. This isn't your platform. This isn't like, you were just an employee. And a lot of times we forget that, and we pour so much into these companies and these brands that we work for that we forget it's not yours. So you need to start building yours, whatever it is, this podcast, your YouTube channel, and even then, it's not yours, because if YouTube wants it,
absolutely. Yep.
But that's, I talked to, my radio legend that I witnessed happening the exact same thing. 20 years, didn't even let him finish a show.
Wow.
And they escorted him out of the building.
Wow.
And you're looking at it and you're just like, how can you do that to him?
Yeah.
But then you have to take a step back and say, this is a business. This is a multi-million-dollar business. And I mean, I feel like there's only certain people who get allowed to say goodbye. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, like whether like people who do sports reviews and stuff like that, like once they get let go, they usually don't get the privilege of saying goodbye.
I mean, it's contractual as well, because they know if you're doing a morning show and you have like a 5-year contract and they're like, hey, we're not going to renew it, at least they'll give you the opportunity to say goodbye. They're like, this is your last show, blah blah blah, do what you want, just don't talk bad about us,
right?
But here you go,
right?
And
sometimes they don't give you that opportunity. Yes, it sucks. It does. I got to say goodbye when I was doing the morning show at the other spot. I put my 2-week notice. Those motherfuckers let me clock in for 2 whole weeks. They weren't like, okay, you can leave today. No.
Yeah. You're mentioning somebody that we lost. Is that person from the radio industry?
Yeah. A legend.
Who was it?
It was Felly.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, Felly fell?
Yeah.
Oh my God. How did he pass?
Not die. He got let go.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Oh, okay.
Shit. Wait, what?
I was like,
oh, was I talking about him like he died?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, no, I mean like let go
Like,
in the
okay.
radio world.
Because you
like,
said we lost somebody.
We did, like, as a culture.
Okay.
As a listener. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm speaking of him as a listener, like, not as a peer. I have a friend for life. I was very blessed to work by him and to travel with him and to get to know him and become a friend. Like, I'm so blessed in that side. But I guess I was just speaking as a listener, as a fan a little bit.
Yep.
And so, you know, as someone who still listens to the radio, because I do, yeah, like, I feel like I just lost someone.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. Maybe that's...
I know, I was like, oh my God.
You were like, Mom, stop the car.
Oh, I just couldn't believe it. Let's see. Hi, no boss.
Hi.
A name for the order?
A name? Rick.
How could I do today?
Can I do the chicken sandwich?
The combo or by itself?
Let's do the combo.
And for the drink?
Water?
Water, anything else?
Can I please get your Cobb salad?
Cobb salad?
Can I get that with hot grilled chicken?
Hot grilled chicken, anything else?
Can I get that with no bacon, and no cheese?
No cheese.
And then,
Do you want lettuce in it?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I want lettuce. To drink, can I please get a unsweetened iced tea with extra ice?
All right.
And a side of mac and cheese.
Oh.
He's paying.
Yeah.
Small, medium, or large?
Small.
Anything else?
Do you want anything?
I'm good.
That's all.
Any sausage?
You know what? I was dreading this part of ordering food because.
And here's the thing: I would let the girl order first, but there've been so many times where like, I need a second. And it's like, okay, let me just jump in first.
Yeah.
And then order mine because I already know I'll give you a little bit more time. But you went out the gate that you just knew.
I know what I want everywhere I go, and I'm very particular with my food. Some people would use the word picky.
I mean, understatement.
I don't. You have to pay her.
Oh, oops. I done. Yeah.
It's gonna be $27.76. Perfect, you're all set.
Thank you.
No, I'm like, a lot of people are like, I'm picky. I'm not. I'm just very like, I know exactly how I like my food and what I want. So I'm like, I know.
No, I
am pretty indecisive sometimes. Like if we go somewhere new.
Oh yeah.
I do look at the menu before on Yelp, because I don't know, like, what am I in the mood for?
Yeah.
I'm like a gordita vibes. I love food.
But that's one thing in radio. Like, I've gained my most weight working in radio. I've worked in the overnights, then I was doing the mornings, and then you have the salespeople bringing in, like, Jack in the Box and blah, blah, blah. And because there's always something new, like some fast food chains giving out, try our new big taco, gordita, whatever, and then they bring you boxes of it.
Yeah.
And so the station could have it, but it was like, it's consistently. Plus, you're always on go mode because it has to be quick. You have to go pick something up, go back to the office, start prepping for the next day. I mean, it's just a different lifestyle. It's hard to eat healthy because it's you eat stuff like it is quick.
Yeah. Well, I recently started meal prepping, so that has been like a lifesaver for me. And so, because it does get hard to be in that studio for this many hours and not be able to leave. Like when you're doing your show, you can't leave, can't go anywhere. And I mean, you can order food, but who the hell wants to pay $40 for delivery?
Yep.
It's just not.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, like, sometimes you're like, fuck it. You know, there's the little cafe across the street.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. You know, there's just so many stuff there. So it's easy to just kind of give in and be like, fuck it. But, dang, I mean, going back to Felly Fel, I mean, here's the thing. Felly has had a very, very, very good run.
A great 20 years.
Yeah.
He had a good run.
Very good run.
Very blessed. Very successful. Very, I mean, but it doesn't stop the sting. You know?
Yeah. I mean, the one thing about Felly is that he is a producer. So he's always had music to fall back.
Gonna be fine.
Yeah, like, he's gonna be fine.
It's not a concern of mine at all. Is this mine?
That's yours. Yes, yours.
Okay,
Yes,
cool. Thank you. It's not a concern for me at all. Like, it's fine, but it's still that, like, imagine doing the same thing for 20 years. Being with someone for 20 years, because that's what
it's a relationship.
It's a relationship. And then out of nowhere, it's just gone. And we all know it. Again, I started this conversation saying, you know what you're going into.
Yep. There's an end date. I mean, I always tell everybody in radio, it's like, there is an end date. There's an end date for oh, it's not?
Can we ask for us 2 stevias?
Yeah.
Todavía está.
What was the name for the order?
Rick? They're probably like, God damn it, this fucking chick with no fucking bacon.
It adds calories.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here, I'll move this. Take it 2 stevias as well.
What was that?
Stevias? 2 of them?
Oh, yeah. What was that?
Stevia.
Or Splenda, whatever.
Yeah. Just 2 for you, sir?
Yeah, please. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you so much.
You don't get fries
Yeah.
in that?
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Thank you.
If we would have left without my stevia, I would have. We would have had a problem. I would have made you come back.
I know that.
That's how particular I am.
Oh no, I know that. I know that.
You know that?
Yeah, because we went to go get was it lunch, and because the fact they didn't come quick enough to give you more coffee, you were hounding them. So,
You make me sound like a Karen right now. For the record, they took forever. It wasn't like a regular time to wait. It was like they took a long time.
I mean, so you say. Don't do that. But yeah, going back to the
he had a great run, and it still stings, and but he's gonna be fine. We're all gonna be fine. Like, that's the thing. I only surround myself with winners. So yo sé que mis amigos, like, they're gonna be fine. He's gonna be.
So I guess I'll apologize today then.
Why?
Because you're not surrounded with winners.
Oh my gosh! Don't say that about yourself. You're gonna start believing it.
Oh no.
You're a fucking winner.
You want fries?
I do want to fry. Thanks. No me habías. You weren't gonna offer me that.
I love the fact that you're like, do they have fries? There was fries.
You know that a lot of people, I get it, don't like sharing.
Oh, sure.
I don't understand that. I can't live like that. Like, I will order pancakes and eat half, and then I'll order something, and then you order something, and then we'll have a feast. You know?
Yeah. It's like a buffet. Like, everybody gets to eat. Everybody is part of the family.
And I have some friends that hate it. Like, literally, he'd be like,
I hope like the gay people are not mad that I'm going to Chick-fil-A, so.
I think we're more mad that you eat like a child. Where's the lettuce and the tomato, bro? Why do you eat like that? Do you want some of my lettuce?
No, why?
Why are you eating a sandwich without lettuce and tomato, fam? It's not even a full meal.
I got fries, like a chicken sandwich, and water.
This is what I got. Healthy.
Trying to lose weight or what?
Yeah.
Ah.
No, I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm just trying to tone up. It's really hard to be a mom.
Oh, by the way, this hour is brought to you by Ozempic.
Hey, you have the hookup?
Why lose weight by not eating? Well, you just poke yourself.
Right.
Ozempic.
Hey, do you want to know something? I tried it.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. I did.
It works.
Well...
Did you get the Ozempic or did you get the...
No, I went to Tijuana, fam.
Yeah, you got the blue one.
Yeah. You know the color? Cheese, man. Wait, did you try it too?
Mm-hmm.
How did it go for you?
That blue one, it was shit.
Why? What did you feel? What happened?
Well, first of all, I was shooting it right here.
Right, I was shooting in my arm.
And I started getting, what is it called? Stomach paralysis.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so my whole stomach became like a rock. And so I was like, damn. So again, I took it not knowing the instructions, and I'm just like maxing
no,
it out
no,
and
no,
fucking throwing it in.
no,
Oh yeah.
no.
I was like,
Who did you get it? Never mind. Don't say it to me here.
It-
Well, tell me later.
the same place where you got yours.
The same doctor, because my doctor gave me instructions, man.
No, my guy ended up giving. He was trying to also sell me tequila.
Oh my god.
So
I got depressed with mine.
really,
Yeah, I had to stop taking it. I was like, it was fucking with my mood. To anybody watching this, I want you to know that I support you. Lose weight however you want. Like, I'm not like judgy, and I've had surgery, dude. Like, I just believe in do what you gotta do. You know, you don't like something about yourself, fix it. Whatever, however you feel comfortable doing it. You should love yourself, period. But if you're not comfortable with something, you know, go get it figured out.
Yeah.
Go fix it.
you know,
No pasa
yeah,
nada.
yeah, you know, it's there. It's there for a reason.
Right. Now, there are side effects and all that stuff.
Mhm.
That's what's important, that you educate yourself and, you know, like, you're aware of that. Well, that's what happened to me. I was taking it. I probably took it for like 2 weeks. I was pumping it in my arm, and just these mood swings. Really bad nausea. The whole time I felt like I was like pregnant. I had really tough pregnancies.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, okay, it's fine, it's fine. And just, I didn't realize that I was just in a funk. Like, depression. Like, just, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't even want to change.
Oof.
Yeah, so I had to get off of that real quick. My mom and my husband were like, look, you're not outgoing like you usually are. You don't want, and it was only literally 2 weeks. But I felt shitty, and I was like, yeah, you're right. I'm just going to get my ass to the gym.
I mean, it's a good little push. But if you do it right, I was like, it was killing me. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna shoot it from my ass.
Okay.
And that was cool from there. But I noticed that my body was rejecting it. Like it wasn't the same. So, but yeah, the original one is way better. But
well, if you have the hookup, let me know with the original one. But yeah, that blue one.
it's expensive.
This blue light is flashing. Does that matter?
Yeah, it means it's recording.
Sorry, I've never used one of these. Yeah, I've been in the gym, and honestly, I'm kind of proud of myself.
As you should. As you should. At one point, were you like, wait, what part was it when you actually had those jeans that you couldn't fit into, and now you fit into them now?
Gosh, I don't think it was a pair of jeans. I think it was that moment that I have been going to the gym, right, for about 3 months. I got a trainer because I felt like that was going to help me be more accountable.
Yeah.
And show up. Because I've been struggling to get into the gym most of my life. Like, I go, I don't go, I go. I'm not consistent with it. So I've always had trainers. And the best time that I've looked is when I've had trainers. So I was like, okay, I'm going to have to get myself a trainer. I got him. I had him for 2 months. But I would cancel. I wasn't eating right. I was, just doing the bare minimum. I'd show up once a week, twice a week, if anything. And I shot a commercial for Chase.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna have to bleep this because I'm not allowed to say it until the commercial's out, and I don't know when it's gonna come out.
Okay.
You could bleep the names.
Yeah.
It was there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm sitting next to him. We're shooting the commercial. And when I look at the footage, I didn't like what I saw.
Yeah.
The girls there were teeny meeny, really little. And I was like, whoa, like, that's really skinny. But that's fine. That's not my style. But then on camera, they look normal. If that makes any sense. So it made sense to me why a lot of these girls, no comen, or they're obsessed with being skinny or whatever, because the entertainment industry, I'm in the radio industry, so you can look however the fuck you want.
Yeah.
You got to sound a certain way and do certain things. But in the entertainment industry that I was that day, everybody looked different. Everybody was really little and skinny, and they looked a certain way, and they had certain features, and just it was just crazy. So when I saw that, I was like, I say that I want to be on television, but I don't look the part. And so I have to do my part too. I can't just be like, Diosito, send me a TV show. I'm ready. Like, I also have to look the part as I'm eating macaroni and cheese.
Plot twist.
No, but I was really like, that's it. Like, I need to be committed and do it right. I'm spending money anyway. So then I really,
You went for it.
I went for it.
Good.
And within weeks, like, I'm seeing a difference. Yeah. And now my jeans are fitting, and I feel like I have more strength. Like, that's been the most mind-blowing part. That I'm on the Stairmaster for 25 minutes straight when, where? Like, me? Or my son the other day was like, Mommy, I'll race you around the track. And without hesitation, I was like, okay. And the old me would have been like, my knee, it's gonna hurt. I have knee issues, which I do. And I was like, okay. And I did it. So to me, that has been the biggest change and the biggest reward, is being able to play with my kids and be active and like see my strength a little bit.
Yeah. No, it's I know I was big. I remember I was on camera like some what was this? Like this is when I was working Latino, and we had I think channel 11 that came in to do like a segment there, and it was a live segment, and a friend of mine saw me, and he's like, hey, I know the camera adds 10 pounds, but dude, how many camera was on you?
A friend told you that? Ay, Dios mío, con amigos así, ¿quién quiere enemigos? Vaya.
I mean, I started laughing because I think that was so funny,
right,
and ingenious, but then it just sank with me. Like, it really I just sat there like, damn, am I that big? And then, when you go out and see all your friends, and then they're like, oh, I'm the funny fat guy of the group. So I was like that for a very, very, very long time, until I had to make a decision. I was like, you know what? I gotta lose weight.
And how did you do it? Did you, I mean, if it's not too much to ask, like, was it, because you're saying like you were big. How big were you? I
was probably pushing close to almost 300 pounds. Yeah, 300 pounds. I was at, when I went to get weighed in, I lost a little weight, so I was probably pushing 270, 275. Yeah. I was doing everything. I was like doing keto. I was doing intermediate fasting.
I can imagine it's tough.
I mean, the calorie counting, all that stuff, I couldn't do it. No, I was doing it, but it wasn't working. Right. Because I had high blood pressure. I had sleep apnea. And what is it called? Sleep apnea and borderline diabetic. So I had everything working against me until my doctor suggested, he's like, hey, this is the ultimate one. You want to do like a gastric bypass surgery? There are some options, and I've never told this story before. Never told it. It's funny because I have always tell people like, oh, I just removed some ulcers and this and that, but I mean, fuck it. It is what it is, because I think. But
it's so inspirational, because a lot of times we think that that's the easy way out, and it's not. Like, do you know the mind fuck that you have to go through to choose to do that? Because you're like, I'm a failure. I couldn't do it on my own. Oh, I needed help, or there were so many options, or and for you to be able to say, there was so much shit going up against me. I had sleep apnea, diabetic, I had this. So even if you starve yourself.
Oh, yeah.
O sea, it's going to be tougher for you to for you to have lost that weight than for me, who's, smaller. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's harder. It's 10 times harder.
Everything was working against me until a couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine told me, he goes, hey man, I saw that you lost weight pretty fast. And he He's like, did you get the stomach surgery? I say, yeah, I ended up getting it. And he was actually considering doing it because same thing. Everything's working against him. And he's like, man, you know, I now I have 3 kids. And it's like, I can't run with them. Like I'm out of breath. I can't, I wish I could have the same strength or same energy with them so I could play with them. So I gave him my doctor's info, but the crazy part of it all, out of the whole thing is...
Sorry.
That's fine. I mean, next time, make sure it's loud.
No,
Make sure it comes from the stomach. Yeah. We encourage that on here. But yeah, so I think the biggest mindfuck is after the surgery, because your brain cannot understand that when you go to the men's section to look at clothes, you're going directly to the extra large. That's already in your mind. And I remember I was probably down about 40 pounds already, and I went to get some new clothes, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm getting the shirt, the triple XL or double XL shirt, and I'm literally going to go buy it, and I'm like, wait, this doesn't fit me. It doesn't fit me. And I'm like, wait a minute. Again, I went back and I was stuck there. I could not go past extra large. I was in that extra large section, and I was like, you know what, let me try some of this clothes on. I went to the dressing room, I put it on. I was just swimming in it. Went to a large, a little bit tighter, medium, perfect. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is this? And again, your mind has to understand that, you know, you are losing weight. You are a different person. And the hard part is maintaining it. That's a lot of things. And
a lot of people don't get that.
Here's the thing. Because of luckily I did it through my insurance. You are mandatory to take like 6 courses, and you know, you get to hear people's story, them talking about, oh, you know, I was 500 pounds. Is that, by the way, when I was taking these classes, I was the skinniest guy in there, skinniest person in there, because everyone was pushing 400 or 500 pounds. I mean, massive. And then you hear other people who has done it, and you could tell from like the gastric sleeve and the bypass. And when I saw the sleeve, they were still chunky, they were still big. When you see the bypass, people do the bypass surgery, they were skinny, very skinny. And I was like, if I'm going to go and get the surgery, I'm going to get a bypass, because A, that's going to be the one that's going to last the longest. B, it's hard to really kind of get back to, but there's ways of getting back into it, because a friend of mine did it and he's gaining weight, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? You did all this work for nothing?
Right.
So, you know, unfortunately, now he's going back to maintaining it and kind of exercising. But yeah, it's you have to live a different lifestyle. I mean, again, it is expensive to live that lifestyle.
Right.
Because you have to go buy these Quest bars, a whole box, $35. You know, you want to go get the shakes, $30 to $40, $60, $70, and it's like, it all adds up, especially now. It's ridiculous. But
would you recommend it? All things said,
yes.
Would you recommend it to people out there?
I
And
do.
what about, I have some people that I know that are like, no, it's not good for you, or like you're running a risk, or I'm scared to do it.
It's, first of all, you got to do your homework with the doctor.
Right.
Because I went to a couple doctors and they were like, hey, while I got you under, I'm going to scope you to give you abs, and it's called a high definition surgery, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
But I didn't feel comfortable. And it was just such like, I felt like I was going to get the surgery done in his garage.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, how the hell do you have a business? But I luckily, I did my research and I found one of the best gastric bypass or gastric surgeon out there that to do it, because the point when I got out of surgery, I didn't feel like I had surgery. Like I didn't feel anything, and I was hungry. I told like the doctor, I'm hungry. He was like, well, you can't eat for 24 hours. But it was to a point where you have to follow everything what they tell you.
Yeah.
Because if you don't follow
which is a diet, it's a strict regimen of only liquids, clear liquids, and then you have this, and then you have that, right?
Yeah.
It's really hard. Like, so for people to say that that's
the pre.
after.
Oh no, the pre. Let me tell you how hard that was. I had to go 2 weeks of fasting, just liquid diet, soup, all this kind, and then they give you like a certain type of soups you could have, this and that. Well, my surgery was about a week and a half after Land Grammys. So I'm in Vegas, not eating. Not eating, and there was an event that I guess like Bad Bunny was at the Hard Rock performing, sponsored by McDonald's. Let me tell you something. I devoured, and I called my doctor. He says, "Well, luckily, you have a week left. So from this point on, you have to
stop fucking around."
Yeah, but the addiction of eating, I didn't know I had an addiction, because the day before I was like wanting to kill somebody. I walked over to CVS to go buy cookies because I was that hungry, and I was like, I've done it. I've gone this far. Don't fuck it up. Keep in mind, I have the what is it called? The cookies in hand, about to pay, and I was like, put it back, and walked out. And I was like, damn, that is, now that I look at it, it's like, that was a crazy addiction I had.
Yeah.
Like I it's hard to say that.
Well, most people won't. Yeah, like most people won't, one, admit it, or two, get as far to realize that we are addicted to food. I mean, I fast. I have a juice company called Organic Juice Dude, and I try to fast where I just drink juices once a month, once every 2 months. I go 2 days, no food, just juice, and it is, it's hard. It's hard to see people around you eat. It's hard to wake up. Something as simple as coffee, not have it, and so you realize how much our life revolves around what we're eating, and how weak you are, because you start craving shit. Que ni al caso, güey. Like, I mean, I don't eat pork, but the last time I did the fast, I really wanted beans with chorizo, like pork chorizo, and then I wanted like pork rinds, and I don't eat pork. I don't.
It's your mind going crazy.
It's my brain that was like, go get it, go eat it, come on, just go. And so it's so crazy to see that. But most of us will never challenge ourselves to that point to see or how low, and it's embarrassing a little bit, like, to say like, oh,
it's like and to go back
like
what you're.
You have,
thank you. But to go back to what you were saying about people saying that it's it's an easy way out, or they're scared. Just like everything else, it's like if you've tried everything and nothing is working, and keep in mind this was like before Ozempic. It's also hard even with it, because keep in mind with Ozempic, it's made for people who are diabetic, but it also, once you're off of it, the appetite comes back. That's the part where a lot of people don't realize. It's a quick fix.
So I went, look, a hummingbird. What is it doing there?
Living his life.
No, it's just too dark for them. They're usually like in the sunshine.
Oh, by the way, my car is tinted really dark.
No, but look, this part is. Yeah, no, it's not. Look, oh. I don't know. Those are good omens.
You know what? I fuck Ozempic. You need Adderall, Ritalin.
Yes, that is also something I was diagnosed with.
You literally like squirrel.
No, it's just a good omen. Like hummingbirds and butterflies are like really good omens, and so it's so random because hummingbirds are usually where the flowers are, right? They're living their life by the flowers, and look at that, guys, up there watching over us. Just posted, so it's a good omen. No, gracias. I already had one. So anyway, sorry. There's my spirit guide just watching over me. What were we talking about? Oh, yes. Your addiction to food. When I went, so I'm really open about mine because I sometimes, I post a lot on social media and I sometimes get people saying like, oh my God, like you're so committed or you look so good, blah, blah, blah. And so I always start with the truth. Like you can't go wrong with the truth. To me, I've always been a very skinny person. Like I've always been small. And then my first surgery, I got breast implants and they tried to do like a mommy makeover, but I had to gain weight.
Yes.
So they can have something to pull out, but I've always been very skinny. Like no nalgas, no lonjas, no nothing. So they were trying to sculpt me a little bit. I had to gain weight when I did my breast implants and I went to Mexico. So doctor's like, look, you're already going to be under. I can pull some out. If you gain some weight, I'll try to pull it out. And then we'll put it in places where you
great problem to have.
where you want to, because they inject fat cells also, right? So wherever you want to gain weight, we'll throw some in there. I said, bet. So that was my first surgery. Then 7 years later, I have my second baby. I'm a woman now. I'm 27. My body's my body. I breastfeed again for my second one. I went into the gym. I lost some weight. But these, after you breastfeed, TMI, but they just, no matter how much I go to the gym, they're just not going to look like they were, So I was like, okay, I got to go under the knife again and we got to repair these. I'm already there.
Might as well.
Have some little baby fat that I still want to take out. Might as well, take it out. So they've never been really big surgeries. But I've done them. So I always like to start off with that. Please note, I've had 2 mommy makeovers. 2, not 1, 2. And, breast implants. But the hardest part for me is I looked better than what I look like right now.
You look better before?
When I got my surgery.
Yeah.
Because I had no fat. But the hardest part is to maintain it. Because my eating habits haven't changed. Do you know what I mean? So what I'm getting to right now is that you can have all the surgeries that you want. And yeah, you can be like, oh, that girl had surgery. Or yeah, he got this surgery. Or he got that. And it's the easy way out. But the work that you have to do internally to change your mindset of the way you're eating, your activity level and all of that. Because you can get any surgery you want. But if you're still eating like a gordito, guess what you're going to become?
Yep.
A gordito. And me, like that has been the most, like the difficult part. I recently, when I went to go pick up the Ozempic, I told the doctor, should I just get the surgery? Like, put something like just, and he was like, Melissa, you can get any surgery you want. You're not, like, you're not taking care of the root problem, which is your eating habits. Yep. So you're going to be back here. You went for 1 surgery. You said you were going to change your eating habits. You didn't. Then you had another baby. You got a second surgery. He goes, how many more are you going to get? So that was very honest of him. Because he could have easily been like, sure, we'll do
take
the
money,
surgery.
fuck it.
But he was just kind of like, it's your eating habits. So address those first. And then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And so, everybody, like, we gotta really figure it out. How we're eating and not just trying to take over everything.
Yeah, I know.
As I love eating.
Oh, I know. But one thing about the surgery is that you're no, it's the opposite. You get hungry a lot faster.
Really?
You get full faster and you get hungry faster.
How long has it been for you?
5-6 years now. Yeah. So.
That's awesome. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's hard. I mean, believe me, like when I go out, like partying, the worst thing they tell you, don't drink beer. I love beer.
Really?
Yeah. And then, plus, after surgery, you also shouldn't be drinking. But remember, you become a cheap date because if you have a shot,
you're drunk.
You're already buzzing hard.
Yeah.
So that happened to me a couple times. And the thing is that I got my surgery right before COVID. Right before. So during the whole COVID time, I was working out. I was taking care of myself for about, was it 2 years? I go back to work, and they're like, "Oh my God, dude, you're like, what you do?"
You're like COVID.
Yeah, COVID. And so, yeah, but the biggest thing that what I'm extremely happy about is that when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm happy what I see. When I put on the clothes, there's clothes that there were stores I couldn't go to because I was too fat. Now I walk in there knowing that they have clothes that I could fit. And it's like all the stuff that I couldn't go to, I can go to now. And so, you know, that really kind of changed my perspective in life, perspective in you know, taking care of yourself, and also being very cautious of, you know, what's your intake. Because again, you know, there was a guy that was at the listening during the, what is it called, the classes before you do your surgery. There was a guy there that said he was so addicted to sweets that after the surgery he will go buy donuts, blend it, and drink it. And I was like, you must be at a different level of an addiction to sweets that you will go that far.
Right.
Because when there's, and I always say the most smartest people on hiding or getting stuff done are people that have an addiction, because they're gonna do everything what it takes.
Right.
And I'm gonna use my father for instance. He had a drug problem, and I remember he asked me to take him to rehab. And when I took him to rehab, he was going to rehab because there was 20 other people with the same problem, but each person had their own dealer. So guess what? He will go there, ask for their dealer's info, give them money, and then walk out about 2 or 3 weeks later and say, "Oh, I'm good, I'm fine." And then get all those dealers' info, go buy, and you know, one gets caught, one dies, he got another one, blah, 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 and that's how he was living. So it was, the addiction makes you do some crazy fucking things. And so I was like,
That's quite the story.
yeah, and it boggles me that I was like, how smart that you have to be, or how much the addiction has taken over you for you to think that way. And you know, there was I was sad, but at the same time I was like, damn, that's smart.
That I would have never thought of that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So I was like, okay, all right. But you know, there was a part that, you know, him and I had to part ways, but he just loved to party, just loved it, and to his very last breath. So, you know, he knew, like, this was there was a choice he had to be made. And my sister, that's in Miami, she started following that same footsteps. And I remember at his funeral, I told her, I said, listen, you could follow his footsteps, and this is where you're gonna end up, or you could clean it, fix it, because you're young, you're able to do it, and go in the right direction, and put on stuff from behind. Because this is a perfect example.
Right.
And so, luckily, she took it and changed her life. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Good for her. Un
Yeah.
aplauso.
yes,
Yeah, those stories are the best, and sometimes they don't. And that's like hard. Like to accept that or to live with that. Like even your dad's story, you know? Like to have to move forward from that, to be like, okay, he chose that instead of me, or he chose that life instead of living a regular life.
Yeah.
You know? So that's like trauma sometimes that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
Or like work on.
Yeah. I mean, also, and that's where the addiction comes into, you know? And then seeing that, and with that being said, I remember that when I went to go buy the cookies.
Really?
Yeah. That was the reason why I walked away from it, put it back and walked away, because I was being so judgmental of my dad. It's like, how can he do that, and blah, blah, blah. And saying it to this day. But it hit me, it happened to me.
Right.
With
Just
the
with
cookies.
something else.
Yeah, it was something. It couldn't be the drugs. it was another part of drug that
Right.
was sugar, candy,
Right.
cookies and stuff. So
It's a legal one, but nonetheless, it still is.
it could be an addiction.
His addiction was fulfilling a void in his life, and your addiction is fulfilling a void in your life.
An
you
addiction,
just found a different one.
An addiction that you never know that you had all your life.
Yeah.
That was the crazy part, because when you say addiction, where's the first thing that comes into mind? Drugs and alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but there's so many things.
Exactly.
Like
coffee.
I 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Like I
And it's proven that it's an addiction. Proven.
Yeah, because if you don't have it for like a couple of hours, like if you have coffee every day at 8:00, try having that shit at noon. See if you don't have a headache. You're having withdrawals. You're not happy. Like it's this whole thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why I do my juice cleanse, because I'm weird like that. I'm an extremist. So I like to like prove to myself that I'm not addicted and that I'm the boss of me. So I do that, and it's like the worst day. I literally, everything's in a fog. I'm slurring on air.
Yeah.
It's the worst. And everyone's like, because it's so crazy. The second day it's easier. Yeah. But I've quit coffee for months and then I come back because it's an addiction.
Are you still drinking coffee now?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, okay. I drink it, but I'm aware that I can stop whenever I want. But I am addicted. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I know I can stop, but I just enjoy it. I like smoking cigarettes.
You smoke?
Oh my God. Cigarettes? I don't care that you're judging me. I don't care that anybody judges me. I love smoking cigarettes. I don't, because I know it's bad for me. And I quit it. But if you give me alcohol and a nice cigarette, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, that is for me. But I caught myself. I started smoking when I was 15. Having a cigarette here and there. Then I was able to buy my own. So I bought my own from 18 when I was able to carry packs, 18 on to like 23.
Wow.
And then it became every morning. Then it was every morning and every lunch break. Then it was every morning, every lunch break, and after work.
Wow.
Then it was every morning, every lunch break, after work, and at night. And then I remember I got to 5 cigarettes a day, and I was like, this is a lot. And so that was it. I finished that pack, and I don't buy them anymore, and that's fine. But if there's someone around me who's having a cigarette, I'm like, sometimes I'm drinking and I walk out of the bar and someone's standing out there having a cigarette. Oh, I'm like, can I bum a cigarette off of you? I quit, but can I have one? And they'll give me one, and I enjoy it. Like, it is just my thing that I know is like so bad for me, but I like doing it.
Yeah.
But I have some control. I like to think that I have control, because, you know, I could easily go buy packs and I don't.
Yeah. But I mean, the juice business, I mean, how did that come up?
And we're going to merge into me killing myself, into me selling you juice to live longer. Cut. So my stepson, I met my husband, and our kids were both, his son was 4 and mine was going to be 4. And one of the first things that he told me was, my son had cancer when he was 6 months old. And part of his cancer treatment was not chemotherapy, was not radiation. It was juicing. It was holistic.
Wow.
It was, what are they called? Like the baths with the ice, like the
ice bath?
Like an ice bath and then a sauna. So it was very holistic, basically.
Wow.
You know,
sauna.
Walking on the grass, grounding.
Wow.
Things like that. And they had took him to Chile to do that therapy. Where here they wanted to give him chemo as a 6-month-old.
Of course.
So my husband and his then partner had decided to not go through with this treatment here in the U.S. And then they took him to Chile and, you know, try that alternate medicine.
Yeah.
Comes back months later, and they take him to the children's hospital, and the cancer is gone. So we're very mindful.
Yeah.
So I go have my cigarette, and then I come eat organic juices. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we're very mindful of it, and we're very blessed that he's here and that he's healthy, and we're aware of anything that we know that, like, to live a long, healthy life, you have to feed your body good things. And it's hard, I know, it's a balance. You know, we're eating Chick-fil-A right now and stuff like that, but it's good for once in a while to detox, to have and every morning eat your veggies, and just a balance a little bit.
You sound like a mom.
I am. I know.
You really sound like a mom right now.
And you know what? It's been really good. It started as like a crazy business idea to fulfill our need, which was I juiced every morning. It's been great. We deliver on Sundays and Wednesdays. We have about 50, 60 deliveries every day.
What's
We deliver to...
What's the name of the
Organic Juice Dude.
And where...
You can go to the organicjuicedude.com, and we deliver to the Valley, LA, Orange County. I have drivers that go to San Bernardino, to Riverside. I mean, it's been really good for us. So
blessed.
Yeah,
very, very blessed to do that.
I definitely am. So it's been fun. And yeah, I'm just trying to balance being a mom, having a company, having my career.
And I know that, you know, we were talking about radio, but I guess the next step in your career, I remember we were talking about this at the Sony party, is about you want to be a host.
Yeah.
Be more on TV.
So I've done some entertainment host stuff for Dish Nation on Fox, and I really liked it. I was a part of a app called La Música app a while back, and it was like on camera, and I was talking about like celebrity gossips, kind of what I do on the radio, but on camera. And I really liked it. It was very good for, like, I'm good with the teleprompter, and and so I think that that's the next move for me. That's what I want to do. You know, I see Ryan Seacrest, I see Mario Lopez, I see Ellen do a lot of things, and I'm ready. I'm ready to do that. I think that I've done most of the things that I can do in radio. You know, I did the overnight, I did the morning show, I had my own morning show, I have my own show now. I
mean, everything's checked.
Everything's checked.
Now you gotta
flip
that page and start checking.
Yeah. Now I just have to do that, and I'm trying to learn because I've never done it. So it's definitely new to me, but I'm trying to figure out how to get to that and how to do it and get out of my head, because, you know, I'm kind of like, I've never done this before. Am I good enough?
Do you you know Chuy Martinez, right?
Yeah. I did Dish Nation with him.
That's my half brother.
Yeah, I remember you told me random ass stories.
Yeah, I mean, actually, you should have a conversation with him about that, because he was on that same boat. Like, you know, he wanted to do hosting, be in front of a TV, and he was auditioning like crazy. But now he's like part of CAA and
what's that?
Agency. CAA is one of the biggest agencies for like actors.
And so how's that going for him? I gotta talk to him.
Oh yeah. No, he's doing extremely well. You
could have pulled up here, Paquet, if you want to pull over so we can wrap up. Hey,
don't tell me how to run my show. Damn it.
No, you know, but also I have to get over that. Also, reaching out to people. That doesn't come natural. It's not easy for me.
Is that because of the fact that you do radio so long? When there's a concert, there's something going on, they're reaching out to you and asking you, hey, can I get tickets for this? How can I get tickets? Because that's happened to me.
Yeah.
And I also don't reach out to people because of that same reason, because I know how that is. Because every time when I was working at Kiss FM, Wango Tango, I knew my phone was blowing up.
Yeah.
Hey man, you know, it would be great to get some tickets.
And what did you think about those people?
I knew they're seasonal.
Uh-huh.
I know they were seasonal. When something was coming in town, I was expecting a text from them. Now,
Are you seasonal?
no.
So I think that's and that's my I know what my problem is, but that's my thing right there. Like, I'm not a seasonable friend. I'm not a seasonable seasonable. Is that what you say?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like I'm always here,
Yeah.
and I
the same
feel
way.
like I've let enough people know that. So I don't feel like I get what you're saying. Like, oh, am I bothering them? Because people ask me for things, and I'm like, oh, ya viene este nomás a pedirme algo. I don't want to be that person. One, you're right, and so I don't ever want to come off like give that vibe. So I don't ask for things. I'm aware that God loves everybody, but closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah.
I also am aware of that. My problem comes where I have encountered, how do I say this without ruffling feathers?
Ruffle them.
People aren't willing.
Any numbers.
People aren't always willing to help.
Yeah.
And people aren't always the kindest. And so my disappointment sometimes has came as to where I have asked, and they haven't been so helpful. Everything I have, it's because I did it on my goddamn self. I'm just kidding. No one's ever really put me on, but then that's hypocritical because I have had some amazing people in my life who have opened doors for me and called me and said, hey, there's this opportunity and stuff like that. But, so I don't want to sound jaded at all, but it's the disappointment that you get after asking. So it's like if I think you're really cool and then I send you a message, hey, Rick, like, do you think that there's anyone that I can talk to, la, 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 and you don't give me what I needed or put me on or kind of throw a dog a bone, I'm going to be kind of disappointed in that. And then I feel like our relationship isn't going to be the same. So all that to say that I don't ask because I don't want to be disappointed at the answer.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather be cool with you and just figure it out myself and continue with this friendship, relationship, whatever, than to be extremely disappointed when you don't give me the answer that I hoped you were going to give me. Because that's happened a couple times in my career, and and those people are still in the industry, and I respect them, but I just thought that they could give me, a little more.
You know what stings the most is that when you help a person and they're in, and now it's kind of you ask the favor, and it's like, and they give you the most basic answer, like, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'll see what they say.
You know what I've realized also? This is going to be weird, but the podcast community, the people that I've met, I'm not going to generalize, but the podcast community has been so welcoming.
Yeah.
So open, so constructive. Like, you should do this. I tried that. I use this to edit. I da-da-da-da-da. And in the industry, in the radio industry, that was not, like, there's a lot of gatekeeping, a lot of like, there's so many, hay tan poquitos slots that you're a threat.
Oh, of course.
I can't teach you because then you're going to take my stuff, So why I haven't reached out to Chewy, because maybe Chewy's going to be like, no, because Melissa's going to come and take everything I want to do. She's going to come and take it. Do you know what I mean? And there's nothing towards Chewy. It's not, and maybe he's not even that kind of guy.
No, he's
Chewy
not.
might be like, here's my fucking phone book, call this person, call that person, because that's the kind of person I am.
Yeah, and what's funny, because he's that person as well, because I've asked him for help and boom, right away.
Yeah.
He's that type of person where he's a lot like me. When you help me, I help you.
Yeah.
And that's how, but the moment I'm asking, I'm kind of saying, hey, I need a little help.
Yeah.
And you're not helping me or even try to, you're no good to me. Now you're in the shit list. We're like, I know you're gonna need me one day. You're gonna need me one day because you're in the same industry.
It's
small.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be a point where you're gonna need a little help, and you're gonna come to me.
Right.
And guess what? I am not gonna give a shit about you.
Right. Yeah, it gets a little. So I've just learned to not ask and try to figure it out, which is maybe a toxic trait also. And I need to reach out. It's so funny because just the other day I sent Mario Lopez a DM, which was hard for me.
Of course.
And I was trying to figure it out. I constantly try to challenge myself, and that was a challenge for me. I was like, what is it? Is it ego? Is it I'm shy? Why can't I send this guy a message? Oh, because he's never going to read it. Okay, so just send it anyway.
Yeah.
But it was hard for me to send him a DM. But I was sending a DM just simply saying, wow, you're a Latino, you're doing radio, you also do television, like this is amazing, I love what you're doing, and I do look up to you. One day I want to be like that. I'm comfortable with saying I want to be like Steve Harvey one day. I want to be like Ryan Seacrest. And so now I'm saying I want to be like Nick Cannon and Mario Lopez because I do.
Yeah.
You know, they do so much that I want to be doing all of that. So I just wanted to send a message and say that, and that was really hard for me.
Yeah, I can see that because that's happened to me where I've actually sent messages and I'm sitting there, should I not? But then the moment
Well, what is it?
It's the
Is
fear.
it ego? Fear.
Fear. It's 100% fear.
Fear of what?
That's it. Because
fear of what? Looking dumb?
Rejected.
Yeah.
Probably the fact that the person who you kind of look up to might be an asshole and you don't want that either.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a lot of that because obviously you're reaching out and hopefully they get it and they're able to at least lead you in the right direction or give you something like, hey, even the fact that they respond to it and say, yo, keep on doing what you're doing. If you're looking, go to this person.
Just nudge me.
Yeah, just point me in the right direction. That's it. That's all you have to do. But and that's the thing because I know that I same thing here. It's a moment. Do I hit send? Do I not? Do I hit send? And it's like eating, booking interviews and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. It's like, should I hit this person? Should I not? Should I? And I was like, again, closed mouths don't get fed. So what's the worst thing to say? No.
Right. What's the worst? Yeah.
No.
That's what I was listening to this audio book, and that's what he said. He said, make a list of the top 10 people that are doing what you want to be doing. Send them a message and see what's the word. Just hit them up.
Yeah.
Hit them up. So Mario Lopez, Kim Kardashian got a message from me. And now I'm going to send Chuy Martinez a message and be like, you're right. Because I was hosting with him and see if he has some feedback. But yeah, I have to send those messages. I have to be around those people. And I just have to get out there and not be comfortable. A lot of times you just get comfortable with what you're doing and stagnant that you stop doing what you loved or what got us here, which is creating, which is, networking and hanging out with people who are as hungry as, you are. So I'm glad you invited me.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. I know we, it took a minute, but I'm actually really excited to have you on because when I did the intro, I said, I love her because she's going to do mostly all the talking.
I did, and I interviewed you.
I know.
I interviewed you on your show. Like, you shared a story that you had never shared before. Look at me. Yeah. So, you guys, I'm great for this.